All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Deborah Hartnett with Wealthy Sisters Media Group, and we are so excited here on another awesome episode. Again, we are talking about the Winter Summit Virtual Intensive that is taking place on June 20th. And I'm telling you, I am so blessed to have my dear precious friend. I mean, she is such a powerhouse in the financial arena. I tell you, when you know you're blessed, the one way, if you're doubting, just go and look at the people you're connected with. And to know that I can pick up the phone and call this young lady, and she is willing to share, willing to participate in this virtual summit means a lot to me. I can tell you she has over 30 years of experience in the financial arena, accounting services, her own business for nearly 17, 20 years. But I'm telling you right now, y'all, you want to be there on June 20th because none other than Miss Patricia Veney is coming to the line. Y'all give it up for my sister. Welcome, my dear Patricia. How are you today?
I am good.
Out of Baltimore.
Yes.
Great people. Great people. Be more all day. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a good thing. I'm good. My heart is heavy this morning because of all of the unrest and everything that's going on. So I appreciate you for allowing this platform, allowing us an opportunity just to build each other up, because that's what we need to do. We need to build our brothers and our sisters up during this time. So I thank you and I appreciate you for what you're doing as well.
Yes, I mean, all praises go to God for that, for sure. Absolutely. It is not of me. It is definitely of him. And, I just really want to get right into it because I know you're super, super busy. And y'all, I got to tell you, y'all, she's got a little attitude because, this little tax deadline been extended. So she's not used to doing what she's doing right now in the office. Yeah. April 15th.
Right. I'm supposed to be on vacation.
Yes. I'm sure she speaks for all accountants, CPAs, and all of those who are preparing taxes around the world, especially here in the U.S. rather. But Patricia, if you could just tell us right now, why is it important for individuals to take the time to invest in themselves? Mind you, we made the Winter Summit very, very, very affordable. It's $49.99 for early registration, ends here shortly, but there's even a discount code that you could use to get it for like $20. Right. Why? And you could do the replay if you're not, able to pay for the entire time. Just get the replay for $24.99. So why should people take the time to invest in themselves?
Yes.
And to be at your session, that is going to be at 125. And I love the title, the April 15th. April 15th is just the filing date. There's more to the story.
Exactly. So I think that the tax deadline is important. I wish it was April 15th and not July 15th. However, it is more to the story, right? And so one of the things that I say is financial success in business, it doesn't just happen, right? It just doesn't just fall out of the sky. So we have to be very cognizant of what we're doing in our finances. So I say to my clients, do as I say, not as I did. Remember, your mom used to say that, do as I say.
Yes.
And it's super important because if I knew when I started my business what I know now, I wouldn't be climbing this ladder. I wouldn't have been climbing this ladder, fighting all the obstacles that come up against us as business owners. I wouldn't be afraid to answer the phone for fear that it's a bill collector and looking at the mounds and mounds of bills when I first started out, right? So if somebody had just spoken to me and told me some of the things that I could have done differently, I would have been in a better place sooner. And so I'm not saying to business owners, you're not going to hit brick walls, you're not going to make mistakes. What I am saying is, come on June 20th, and let's just talk about some of the ways that you can avoid some of the financial pitfalls that we as business owners come into, right? And so again, success doesn't just happen. It's not about how many clients we serve or how many customers we have. It's not even all the time about the bottom line. What it is about is consistent growth, time after time after time. And how do we get that consistent growth? And I'm just going to hit on 4 driving forces that help our business owners hit that growth, go to that success, avoid those pitfalls. And so I'll just touch on the 4, but we'll do the deep dive when we actually have the summit. And so I'll just touch on those 4. First one is know your numbers. As a business owner, do you have financials? If you have financials, do you know what they mean? Do you know what your bottom line is? Do you know what's making you money? Do you know what's costing you money? The financials will tell you those things. Are you paying yourself a salary? I hope that everyone is. I hope that you're making enough money that you can do that. Can you pay yourself a salary? And a lot of times the business owners don't know that paying a salary versus taking draws or taking money out of the business really depends on the type of entity you are. Are you an corp? Are you an LLC? Is that the best place for you to be? So these are just questions that I want our business owners to look at through a different lens. Are you tracking your cash flow? I've had several clients who have come to me and it's clear they have enough revenue to pay their expenses, but at the end of the month they're falling short. Why? Why are you falling short? It's because you're not paying attention to the numbers, and we need to see where the money's going. And so these are things that business owners just need to hone in on and think about a little bit more to get you from point A to point B. The second thing is don't sleep on the administrative stuff. And that might sound very simple, very elementary, but there are so many businesses, and I've seen it firsthand, Deborah, that they would have otherwise been successful, but they go out of business because they didn't pay attention to the administrative part of their business.
And can you give a quick example of what the administrative part would be?
Yeah. So what that looks like is, I'll give you a prime example from a client. Paying attention to the payroll taxes.
And one little thing I know, just for everybody that's listening, look, we're serious about getting this information out. The lag is a little off a little bit from the lips. So just listen. Don't just focus. Listen in on what she's saying. That's okay. That's all right. But we're just recognizing it. We're listening to what she's saying. And I want them to make sure they're taking notes. Go ahead, sis.
So prime example is a client who kept putting off payroll taxes. And this particular business owner was super successful, bringing in almost $1 million plus a year. But he did not pay his payroll taxes. And as a result, he ended up having to go out of business because he couldn't pay it to the IRS. And people don't realize IRS can shut you down. So let's not allow them. Let's not even give them the opportunity to do that. And so the way to bypass all of that is paying attention to that little stuff, because we can do what we do best until the cows come home, right? We can sell our service or whatever it is that we do and do it extremely well. But if you don't pay attention to that side of the coin, or that side of the business, it can ruin our business owners. And I just want them to know that. I want our business owners to pay attention to that. The third thing is tax strategies, right? And I know, Deborah, when people hear taxes, they start sweating, they stress, they anxiety comes in, clients come in and they're all hunched up and they're afraid. But
that's by design, though, isn't it? I think they do it by the system, does it? By design.
Exactly. But let's flip the script. Let's flip the script for just a minute. Because if you're paying taxes, what does that mean?
You making money, honey.
There you go. There you go. It means you're making money, right?
Yes.
So it's not a negative thing to pay taxes.
Right.
The negative thing is giving Uncle Sam any more than what he's entitled to.
Right.
So we need to talk about some tax strategies that will minimize tax liabilities, right? And increase our write-offs.
Mm-hmm.
I have clients who come to me all the time and say, I don't know if I can write this off. I don't know if it's an expense. So here's my rule of thumb. If you needed to pay for that expense, if you needed to pay for whatever it was to assist you in making that income, it's an expense. Right?
Love it.
So let's go back to that administrative stuff one more time, because if your receipts are in the bottom of your purse, most likely you're going to forget to write that off. What do you think? Absolutely. So that's another one of those administrative things, making sure your books and making sure all your planning, everything is in order. And I'll tell you what, the PPP loan was an eye-opener for a lot of business owners. Why? Because that administrative stuff wasn't there. And so people were scrambling trying to figure out, okay, where are my books? Where are my records? We don't know how to answer these questions. And as a result, a lot of people missed out. They couldn't get that PPP when they would have otherwise qualified for it. So this is a huge eye-opener for our business owners. We've got to get that stuff in order. We've got to do differently, right? And so the last driver is just focusing on growth. And what does that mean? I want our business owners to pay attention to how much time are you spending on money-making activities and how much time are you spending on non-making activities. So this tip is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to say to you, don't save on this tip, spend on getting help so that you can grow your business. And I'll use myself as a prime example. When I first started my business, I was doing everything. I finally hired someone, an assistant, to help me. And I remember her saying to me, how in the world did you do all of this? And I had to think about it. I had to step back and say, not very well, right? And so bringing in help doubled my revenue. And my business owners, they don't think of it from that respect. You have to bring in the help to increase the revenue, to drive the revenue. So what is your return on your invested time? You can't sit behind the desk grinding all day when somebody else can be doing that for you. You got to get out there and get the right people in place to build your business for growth over and over and over. And again, I'll start with what I said in the beginning. Success, financial success in our businesses is not going to just happen. We've got to get together on the 20th so we can drill down on these things and at least help you to avoid some of the pitfalls that I ran into when I first started out.
Oh my gosh. Well, you heard it from none other than Miss Patricia Veney, CPA out of Baltimore. I'm telling you guys, you do not want to miss this session. You really don't. I promise you, the information that you're going to get, you just heard her right here. Just a little snippet of what she's sharing is so powerful. I mean, what you shared right now, Patricia, is someone could go and apply this right now. That information, literally, that information. So, and we've only been here, 7-10 minutes. So you think about what will happen on that entire session on June 20th. So right now, you see the link at the bottom of this, guys. Go to thewinnersummit.com, get registered. Patricia's going to be there. And if you're not able to be there the entire day, that's the great thing about technology. Just get the replay. And I promise you, if you apply this information, you will see different. Like Brother Richard Snow said, he was speaking as well, this is a wealth movement. This is a wealth agenda, and that's what we're here to help you with. So again, thank you so much, Patricia. We're looking forward to seeing you on June 20th. We appreciate you. Thank you. Continue blessings to you and yours. And thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.